been in a place where someone said the minister is taking money from people, lands, this, blah, the. You know what I told the person? I don't care. As long as I'm seeing the kind of development I'm seeing in Abuja, I don't care. Because if I tell you, if we're to put in what he has done, like put it into like to do a bill for it, I know it's 1,000 trillions, it's a lot of money, so to say. So I think the guy is doing a nice job.
Me, I actually not say I don't
and there is no other person doing something like that in the state. It's just FCT. Who is doing that in the state?
I think I need for when you ask why can't the federal government have a task force? Yes, we understand that it's a system of government in this country. Yeah, the state government, you're on your own or whatever.
Are they on their own?
So, to a certain extent, to run your own affairs.
Oh, okay.
You can't lord it over them. Except what federal government does is that they have their own federal presence. They have a piece of land here and there. They only develop, and also we have interstate roads that call federal roads. You can actually take care of. But those ones that get into the inner part of the state government and the local government come to play. But I tell you this, most of our the diaspora who want to come home, they are all looking up to the government, their states, because when the government leads, like here in FCT, the government is leading. Why all the developers follow? Because they open the ways and everybody's rushing into do that. If the state government does that, what you do is that you are infusing confidence in terms of investment. You're also bringing in security because the presence of government is here. So everybody will want to come in there because the government we are providing the infrastructure we need, the needed infrastructure, the roads, bringing in electricity into those areas for people to also take advantage of the development. But the final thing is this: I think we need this great reorientation of our minds. The state governors are working in. I hammer it on that. People are only after power struggle. It's my turn. It's not my turn. And when you get there, what happens? Everything lies just the way it is. When Uche was the governor of Rivers State, he didn't have this force that is exhibiting here in FCT. What he's doing, he's gone crazy here in terms of development. I appreciate him for it. You see, but in the Rivers State, there are other inner lands that we've not even seen infrastructure coming up to them, and that. So
did you consider asking why?
Asking why?
Maybe it's part of what Barrister just said.
He said exactly.
Yeah, the insecurities probably will not even let some contractors go into some areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some
kind of unnecessary.
And that area, I used to hear they used to pay something they call matching ground. It's not everybody that from even my dad used to be a contractor of FEMA. I know the many times he has been sent to go to Niger Delta. He will tell you no because you will pay matching ground. Sometimes they will hold you ransom, ask you for money. So I think I have a bit of experience with all of that. I never went there with him once, because of the fear of being harmed and all of that. He never allowed us to go with him and all that. So it could be something like.
And even traditional religion as well. Look at Gospel Ababio when he was the governor. He one time made a statement. He said, "Can't you see? The presence of witches in Akwa Ibom shall be chosen because they called him Mr. Infrastructure. He opened up a whole lot of places, all the trees falling, and they say you no longer have trees. We have the witches here and everything." So it's got some religious reasons, traditional religion. They don't want you to bring it there so that you will not, destroy them.
That's right.
Like this.
So. The show has gone very good now, so I think we have to cut it wrap for today. Is there any other, aspects you wanted us to talk about, regarding the law and real estate?
But I have a question. We have this we call certificate of occupancy. Why is it not certificate of ownership?
Because that's what the law calls it.
It's a certificate to occupy.
So
you don't really own the land.
Nobody owns anything. Even the life you live is not owned.
So that is why they tell you that, like in Abuja here, if you have a certificate of occupancy from the FCT minister, you will have a term of 99 years.
Yeah.
So that means you're a tenant. So once the 99 years expires, you then apply for renewal. That's if you're still alive.
How many people will live up to that?
But they transfer it to their
No,
children.
yeah, you transfer. So when the time comes, so the government has the prerogative to either accept or deny you of
The renewal.
application.
Yes, they can deny the renewal now.
It's just like every
It's
normal
accept for it.
application. You make an application. If
They
the
can
application does
deny.
not fall through what is meant to, it will be denied by the end of the day.
So these people that kill over land issues, they should be sentenced to death because they're not fair. They're fighting over what doesn't belong to them.
I think that has a lot to do with the traditional, system and belief. You understand? Because I don't know why somebody should kill somebody because of land. From where we come from, they say there is not enough land there, so people fight over land. But right here, nobody cares. You buy a land from government, you still go back and settle the indigenes of their ancestral, lands and all that, and you give them something that is not so much, and they take that and they go home. Then nobody fights you. Can you do that in the East? No, you can't. You cannot do that. You can't do that. At places they will even tell you that this place they can be sold.
Can be so, yeah. That's right.
So even if government give you that place, you go back to government and tell them to give you somewhere else. So is that crazy? Culture and all that.
That's right.
All
You
right.
asked me a question earlier. You talked about revocation. You talked about
Reason why CFOs could be revoked. The one reason I only know is overriding public interest. What's other reason?
I already said you have terms and conditions contained. So if
The
those
renewal
terms,
of after 99 years.
if those terms and conditions contained are violated, so for instance, development within a particular,
But I can go to court and then prove to them that the area is not being developed by government.
that is true. So I am saying that if you have violated any of those conditions
Containing them
stipulated in the certificate of occupancy,
can attract revocation.
then can attract a revocation. Non-payment of ground rent or statutory fees,
Yes, premiums.
yes, can also do that. A certificate of occupancy that is gotten by way of fraud.
How do you mean way of fraud?
A lot of things happen. So there could be people who
Just like in Imo State,
forge
they sign the governor's
documents.
signature.
You have people that forge documents here.
That is not even a document to begin with. Yes, now because unverifiable, unauthorized, without ministerial approval or whatever is not even a document. So revoking that kind of document is not revoked. Like it's like taking back the document, what you forcefully took.
But it's called revocation. So when they take it back, they are revoking it from you. So
That's
you
right.
have things like that. Then overriding public interest that you rightfully said, when a place is probably supposed to be used for a particular facility, and then you probably build maybe like a private home there.
So what if you are in line with the land use?
If it's in line with the land use,
yes,
then it cannot be
purpose.
revoked for that reason.
No, wait. I've had properties where it was initially residential. After some time, URP changed that place to be commercial. Right? Now, let me relate that to another area where you've duly been allocated a property. And for some reason, government decided that the road will pass this place. So what happens in that case? You understand? What happens in that case?
That's still overriding public interest. So
you've been
it will be
allocated.
revoked.
It's not like you went against the land use of the place or the purpose of.
Sometimes mistakes happen. So
okay,
it could happen. So when
they can reallocate you somewhere else.
They would either reallocate you or compensate you.
Okay.
So that's what happens.
All right. So Barrister Uche Ojembe will be having his 5th anniversary. What date is that again? So that everybody can know about it.
Okay.
What date is that again?
Okay, that is the 5th day of October 2025 the 8th day of October. You put 5th in my mouth.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's 8th day of October
2025.
So we'll be celebrating the 5th anniversary
of the office of UOALC. That is Uche Ojembe.
It's an acronym now. So
Uche Ojembe and Associates Legal Consult. But the level of wisdom we have there is over 100 years.
Oh, okay.
And then my number of years of practice is way ahead of that. So,
how many cases have you lost since you started practicing law?
I can't remember losing a case actually.
How many have you won?
I can't tell how many I've won. I've lost count.
Bible says we should count our blessings. So
that
day, that anniversary day, we'll be counting our blessings, and name them one by one. Because one of the challenges, like having a chamber is like having a business, having a shop. You need customers, right? What we're coming to come and buy is that we're coming to come and buy trouble, sell trouble. Like I can bring trouble to you now. We transact on it. You can take care of the problems and all of that. So it's one of the days we'll count our blessings, isn't it?
But it is for us to know, not really for us to put out there.
I'm not asking you how much you've made
by
practicing law. I'm saying how many cases.
Rules that guide us.
Okay, you don't want to tell us how many
praise. It's okay.
How many court cases you fought?
In order not to violate
I didn't ask you how many people you sent to jail. I didn't ask you how many people you sent.
Any rule I'm usually careful about.
But I mean, how many people did you send to jail?
You're too pushing.
How many people did I send to jail? I can't remember.
So are you? I put it to you that you have sent more people to jail than you have. How many people are you freed from jail?
We do a lot of pro bono cases. So for indigent people underline it. Not people like yourself.
But
so
do you do human rights cases? Do you do that?
People don't really understand what human rights is.
What is human rights?
If your land is taken from you,
that's not what I mean. I mean people that cannot pay for your services. You're a big lawyer now, so you do cases for people who can pay for your service.
That's why I said indigent people. Indigent people don't know where to go to.
You know what?
They are there.
One of our agenda in 2026 is to partner with you and make sure that you go to some prisons and free people who were innocently sentenced to those places. People who has been on death rows unjustly. People who has been there for a matter that is not even supposed to be a matter. In fact, I've heard, I think, was it the very dark man, who talked about someone being in prison for stealing a chicken? Now, part of reading law, for me, part of reading law is to be able to become voice to the voiceless, like people who can do something for themselves. So it's part of the things we should be celebrating on the 8th of October. Celebrating the number of people that, your chamber has affected, even people that couldn't pay for your service. That's part of the things we should be celebrating. And my company, Shelter Group Limited, would like to partner with you to make sure, if we can't help the whole world, like we can go to prison, check on the list of people who don't even have a legal representative and just give them that for free so they can come out.
Well, we'll be happy to partner with you. This is what we do for a living.
That's right.
It's actually what we do for a living. There's nothing else that we do.
The funny thing in Nigeria is that everybody wants to do have a foundation, want to donate money for this and all of that. Nobody talks about the prisoners, people that are just there. They don't have father, they don't have mother, they don't have relative. Even the ones that have, don't have people who can afford to get them out of there. And not like they killed somebody. Like, these are just minor, disputes, maybe between them and someone, either in government or someone that have money. and they could not challenge the person, and they take them to court before they remind them in prison.
And most times,
Now, let me use this case as a reference. The lady who had the issue with Ibom. Sorry, I had to touch that. Why was she remanded in prison? Why was that? Why was that necessary? After, making her naked, then you remind her in prison. Why was that necessary?
well, she was taken to court, so
The court remanded her.
there was an order for her to be remanded. So she was put in prison, not unlawfully. You can actually challenge
Barrister,
you can
why
challenge
was that necessary? I'm asking you now
you can
as a lawyer.
challenge you can challenge the swiftness of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But not the unlawfulness, because
I didn't say it was lawful or unlawful. I never said it.
Once a court of competent jurisdiction has made a proclamation on a particular issue, it becomes lawful.
That's what I'm telling you now. Barrister, I did not say it was either lawful or unlawful. I just asked you a question. Why was that necessary?
Why was that necessary?
Yeah, why was it necessary?
Like I said, I don't.
To your best of knowledge, sir.
I don't know the.
I'm not even talking about the court now.
Idea behind why it was done like that, but the process can always be challenged and to be taken back to the same court. So normally the Constitution guarantees you right to legal representative, also right to ample time.
Now I want to bring some
able to
Barrister,
defend yourself.
I want to bring something out of there. If the Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, hadn't intervened on this matter, do you know that girl would have still been in prison by now? You see what I'm trying to say, right?
Now,
what is the passion behind? What's the passion?
I stand to disagree.
Wait, no, hold on. Before you disagree, this is not a law court. We're just doing a podcast,
no,
right?
You made a statement.
No, but man, I mean,
I don't agree with the statement. I don't agree with the statement because.
So, which of the statement don't you agree with? Which
that if the minister did not intervene, she will still be there. Why would she be there? A remand order that was given.
Why would she be there?
Can also be set aside.
What?
A remand order that was given can also be set aside.
On whose authority?
The court can set it aside. So
on whose authority, sir?
I can
go there. Like this. But did you go there?
And make an application.
You didn't go there.
No, I didn't go there.
We have tons of lawyers in Nigeria. Nobody talked about it. You didn't talk about it.
A lot of people talked about it.
Who?
In fact, it was a topic of discussion.
So how many people called for the lady to be released?
You know why she was released? She was released because there was a lot of crashes here and there about her being remanded. So that was why she was released by the end of the day. And it was done lawfully. So once you're granted some kind of pardon, the same person can go and then say he's representing the same people and he wants to apply for it to be set aside.
I will study law. Yes, I'll study law. Trust me, I will.
It's good. It's good. I'll not discourage you, but there's a lot to learn in it.
Yeah, I know. I know that. But again, one of the biggest gifts I would like, your chamber to give to the public, to give to the world, is at least, from 2026, we should be recording at least 10 people, that we jointly help to give their freedom back.
This year we have released over 20 people pro bono. Every year we do what we call the CSR in our company, in our law firm. It's what we call the corporate social responsibility. So when we go out, because we recognize that certain people are in behind bars just because either even they were arrested unlawfully and put there, so they didn't have the opportunity to make calls to anybody, no fair hearing and all that. So when we approach the stations, we say, we want to release these people because there are different types of offenses, you have those offenses that are actually billable. So if you arrest somebody based on an allegation, the person is not expected to be behind bars for more than 24 and then 48 hours, depending. But then it could extend if there's an order of court to that effect. But by the Constitution, it should not be more than 24 hours. It should be charged. But most of them are not charged. They just put them there and they are there just unfortunate. A lot of them are there like that. So we just go out and we help them. And they come out, they tell us thank you. We take our flowers and go.
Okay. That's a nice one. Barrister Uche has been a very good friend and a partner of Shetag Limited. And on the 8th of August, we'll be with him.
October.
All right.
Thank you.
Good to have you, sir.
Good to have you too, sir.
And guys, thank you. And see you on the next one.
All right.
Okay.